short stories today. The first one is called The Egyptian Flower Girl. I wrote them a few years ago. Anyway, so an Egyptian lady meets an Alaskan man and does Alaskan dances with the wolves and sleeps with the man and draws hearts on his legs with arrows through them using black wax she makes. They have furry puppies whom they take on sleigh rides. The Egyptian lady who has bangs bends down on one knee, kisses one of the husky puppies in her arms. Joey kisses her head and strokes her hair. That's the Alaskan man. One day, she's sitting on him in her tent she made, since she prefers it to an igloo like he would, and he massages her belly. All of a sudden, she comes up with the idea of selling bouquets to foxes, so she talks to the foxes, and the foxes scamper through the woods gaily. Joey and the elegant Egyptian lady dance on the snowy tundra. She purchases flowers of her own picking from a big flower store and has them delivered to her the next day. The flower delivery lady comes by in a jet plane. She swoops down and lands like a butterfly on a leaf. She swings open the door to the plane, and out she steps with an arm outstretched to shake the Egyptian lady's hand. The Egyptian lady gladly shakes her head with both hands. The delivery lady hands her each box one at a time, which she carries to right outside her tent. The Egyptian lady goes inside her tent to find her money pouch. She comes out with a pink-red velvet pouch with a drawstring and hands her coins from it. The delivery lady takes out her clipboard from her pilot seat and has the Egyptian lady sign at the bottom of the paper on the clipboard. She designs some flower arrangements to sell at a hair salon in town. She delivers them to the owner with utter content. She begins taking her sleigh out with the puppies once they get bigger, carrying the flower arrangements on a sleigh and throwing them at the snowy ground in people's homes or igloos in the area. She makes hair items, and the girls at the salon love it. They commend her and tell her, "Why don't you go elsewhere too? What if you sold at a funeral parlor? Ever think of that one?" She does sign language with the foxes, and they nod their heads in mutual comprehension. The foxes run off, carrying the flower stems in their teeth hanging out of their mouth. She decides to approach a funeral home. They nod their heads in agreement to her offer of service or employment, and she signs a contract with them. Her flowers, though, she finds out one day, are talking to the dead and wrap their tendrils around the dead inside the coffin they seek their way into, and breathe life into the dead. Now what? Zombies? Frankenstein? Oh my. That's funny. So first, didn't she say that she was like selling the flower bouquets to the foxes, but then the foxes are helping her like deliver the flowers?
Yeah.
That's interesting. The next one. Percival Delvinus inquired about a gender's youth and the atomic theories of truth, and this is what she found out. The most significant youth can last longer than life. The rest will die off, because their souls are incapable of holding on to youth. They become old and die. The atomic theories of truth are that if something is true, it makes it purely everything in the universe and will always be there for as long as the universe is still existing. Any lies will shred or change over time one way or another. She, the lady with pink, purple, beehive hair and purple eyes, seems to always walk with her neck hanging off to the side. She hangs her neck with pride on the sofa top when sitting upon a couch, and if a cat sits on her, she lets it suck her breast. And then we all look at her, eyes shifting at us, and then at the cat. It's a tragic scene. Her heart can be seen beating inside her bosom when the cat is on her, or if her top she always wears is pulled. She appears as though she is floating along the rim of the river when she is taking a walk next to it. She talks to the swans with kisses she blows from her fingers. One swan one day speaks to her in English and grows into a woman wearing a crown. She floats at the water's surface and asks the lady, "What is your name, my dear? You have come here every morning this week, and my swan girls all are wondering, what is the matter? What brings you here?" "What is my name? Percival Delvinus. What is my goal? That strikes me, nonetheless. Nothing but to kill time. I have no time. I am Time's daughter. I am dead, but alive on the same hand. The world is complex. You are Time's daughter. That is a wonder, a marvel. Can I help you, Time's daughter? Is there anything us swans can do to help kill the time? Anything at all? Kill my father, please. Is that what you can do?" "Well, in order to kill time, we would have to bring all the clocks to this lake and electrocute them with Father Lightning from the sky and make a halo of his lightning. It might make us all cease to exist, though. Is that what you want?" "Nah, just kill it. Time. If we kill time, we will forever remain the same. Well, how about this? Find out exactly the best way to hurt my father and come back to me." The Swan Lady summons the spirit of a wizard from an oak tree, and he tells her, "The girl, Percival Delvinus, can go to the planets on a spaceship and injure the planets with a pick, an axe, or a shovel. This will throw them off and change the universe's doings. In what way, though, we do not know. We cannot predict. She takes the spaceship she is given by a convict out into space with a mentor a few times, where she spaces out a few times and almost crashes. So her mentor advises her to inhale incense before she flies the spaceship, so that she is full of the incense of the aroma that will keep her focused. Once she goes out on her own, she crashes some meteorites into other planets. She victory punches and exclaims, 'Yes!' When she gets back, she approaches the swans on the lake and the Swan Queen and asks them for help. 'Can you help me? I am tired. Get me some food, some protein, please.' 'Won't it just fall through you?' 'No, it will be fed to my heart, which beats.' 2 days later, the Swan Queen comes by the house where Percival lives in awkward ice-skating motion with her Swan Queen Royalty Club, and bangs her club on Percival Delvinus' bedroom window where she is sleeping. Percival opens each of her eyes slowly, moves them towards the banging sound she heard, and crawls to her window on her bed to open it. The world is withering away because of you. Are you happy now? Percival Delvinus stares at her blankly and goes and sits up in her bed with her covers gathered at her chin, and her head becomes right side up, and she yells at the ceiling, "But I'm alive! My head is on straight!" The end. It's a very strange story, and I had to figure it out at the beginning. I was like, and I was writing it, I was like, I had to be like a philosopher, you know? So yes, let me know your thoughts. It would be nice to have like a book club meeting. Thank you very much, and I hope you enjoyed my stories.